Hey everybody, Keith here with the Fretmore Guitar Lessons. I know it has been a day or two or a month or two or I don't know. It's been a long time. And I know. And I wanted to apologize first of all because I've just not been on here much and just been busy with work. And I'm not going to try to make a lot of excuses because really it's just a matter of just taking the time. And been kind of down a little bit, I'll be honest with you. And so just trying to get back in the swing. I kind of got out of the groove, and then I'm trying to get back into the groove of doing videos and everything like that. And so anyway, I miss you guys, and I appreciate all the comments. I haven't got to a lot of comments, and I'm sorry about that too. But anyway, I wanted to just talk to you a minute, and I may play you a little ditty here, and we'll see how it goes. I just wrote it, so I don't know how it's going to go. But I'm thinking about changing the name of the channel. Okay, and doing some things there and changing things up. So I'm gonna sing this little song, little ditty about the name change, and then we'll kind of talk about that, and I'll tell you kind of some of the things I'm wanting to do with the channel going forward. So I've been thinking about changing my name from Fretmore Guitar to Keith's Place, but I wanted to run it by you first. Get your opinion and see what you had to say. So let me know in the comments. Of course, Fretmore Guitar, that's what we've been. It was Fretmore, and then I changed it to Fretmore Guitar mainly just so people knew what that was, so they didn't, just kind of maybe help them out a lot. I know a lot of the YouTube names, usernames don't mean anything. It has nothing to do with what they're actually doing. But anyway, I wanted to make it a little easier for people to maybe understand what was going on. But there's been a lot of videos that I've introduced as Keith's Place, and this because that's what this is. This is where I'm at right here. I have back. I don't know if you ever heard of Opryland. It was an amusement park, theme park in Nashville, where it was next to the Grand Ole Opry. It's where Opry Mills Mall is now. And I used to go there when I was a kid, and I got a guitar. It's hanging on another wall out there. But it says Keith's Place on it. It used to be on my door when I was a kid, and I still got it. It's really cool, but I may have to bring it in here. It's just hanging up there, so I may have to bring it and show you. But anyway, so I've introduced a lot of songs, and especially my cover songs is, hey, welcome to Keith's Place, because that's where I'm at. And so I don't know. I thought maybe it's a little more personal. I think in the beginning I wanted Fretmore. I was thinking more business and a brand, and nothing wrong with that, but just I've been kind of rethinking that a little bit. So I wanted to get back into doing some videos and some things like that. I'm thinking about maybe adding some. I did a little motivational video the other day on keys to success, and I didn't even mention music, but I want to talk about kind of. Some different things that us musicians go through and deal with, rejection and just a lot of things that we as artists, because we're creators. Not everybody loves what we create. That's just the way it is, and sometimes that bothers us. Sometimes it's hard to get around it because we're pouring out our soul, and so this is what we do. I wrote this song, or I did this little lick, and or this is my style, this is how I play, this is how I sing, whatever, and you get criticized for it, and that's just the way it is. Part of it is we got to get thick-skinned and all that, but some things that we just deal with in life, and I've had a lot of things in life I've had to deal with. I lost my wife a few years back, and matter of fact, I lost her about a month before. Or a month after I started this channel in 2021. So it's coming up on a year of her passing this month, actually. And so just a lot of changes in my life. I have two wonderful children. They're teenagers. They're grown now, but they've been great and everything. But raising them, single parent, that kind of thing. So just a lot of things going on. New job last few years, and I'm very busy with that. But anyway, I wanted to just kind of change things up a little bit, maybe do some motivational videos, maybe do some reviews on some things. I'm a big, of course, music person, obviously, and I love vinyls. I'm not into vinyls because everybody else is into them now. I've been into vinyls since I was born, okay? I have vinyls from back when I was a kid. And I still have all my vinyls from back then, and many more since then. And so I'm kind of getting back into them. You know, I've always had them, but I kind of didn't play them for a while, and I've started kind of playing them a little bit more. But I got rid of some old rock albums at one time, and I think most of them I've got back now. But that's the only thing I'd ever gotten rid of, and you know, but. So, you know, thought about doing some review things like that. Let me know what you think on that, and maybe, you know, you've got some ideas on some things. I know I get a lot of requests for songs, and like I said, I haven't been doing as many lessons, and it takes time. It takes time to learn a song, and then sometimes I don't get it right, you know, I miss a chord, and then somebody will say something, you know, and again, I got to get thick-skinned on that. I get that, you know, because somebody will like, you didn't play that right, that ain't the right chord or whatever. I'm like, crud, you know, because I put all this work into it, and I miss something, you know, and so then I feel bad because I'm like, I'm teaching you guys, I don't want to teach you wrong, you know, I want to teach you the right way to do things, so. But anyway, there's just you know, a lot goes into doing a channel, and not trying to make everybody happy by no means, because that's impossible. But you know, I do like to do as many requests as I possibly can. Some of them are tougher than others, and you know, some of them I've not been able to do, or just haven't had time to do. And some of them, you know, some people ask me about doing a song, and it's already out there. You know, and so and that's can be a little frustrating too, because sometimes I can't find my own stuff. You know, I mean, I can find it on my little studio app where I have all my stuff, and I can search for anything. But sometimes searching YouTube, unless I put Fretmore on there, I'm not gonna find it sometimes. So, and I can put in the song and the you know, it's a guitar lesson for, I thought, what was the one I did? Johnny Lee's song, "Looking for Love." And I ain't looked that up in a while, but that was an example of just, I couldn't find it, and there was only me and just a handful of people that had actually done a lesson on it, but I couldn't find it, so I know you guys probably couldn't either. And so anyway, that can be a little frustrating, you know, use the algorithm or whatever just doesn't play well with others sometimes. But anyway, it's just the way it goes. But so anyway, let me know. I know I'm just rambling on right now, but just let me know what you think of the name change. If you like that, don't like it, you don't care one way or the other. You know, what kind of videos do you want to see more of? I mean, I can do cover songs every night. I can do a cover song. I do get copyrights on those, you know, so I get a copyright, not a strike so much. I get a claim on those. It's not the same, but I did get one strike here a while back, and you can only get 3 strikes and your channel is gone. And so that's another thing that's a little bit of a, you know, with a music channel, you have to be careful with, and I don't know how a lot of people do it, but you know, some of these that have millions of followers and you know, have, you know, a few thousand songs out there. But anyway, just sometimes you can just get one. Usually somebody complains. That's usually what happens. But anyway, so I did have one strike. I think that one might be cleared up now, hopefully. So you know, kind of maybe back down to don't have any. But I do get copyright claims on when I do a cover song generally. And you can't monetize those kind of things. So you know, I'm not just, you know, I make a living somewhere else, but at the same time, you know, you put a lot of time in something, you kind of like to be compensated if you can, and I want to have fun with this as well. But so anyway, like I say, a lot of things go into this and behind the scenes that everybody didn't see. So anyway, I appreciate you all tuning in. I know I'm rambling. People's always like, man, you talk too much, man. I'll tell you in one of the videos that I'm going to do about the copyright, I'll tell you why I talk a lot. Well, I'll give you a little hint. It's because of the copyright, because I was getting copyright claims on everything. And I found if I spread that out a little bit, I didn't get a copyright claim. So I did talk a little bit more and maybe did more explaining than I needed to on some songs and some lessons. But that's why I did that. So, but anyway, plus, I don't have anybody else to talk to, so except you guys. And you know, you could turn me off anytime, and I wouldn't know the difference. So anyway, my wife couldn't do that. She had to sit there and listen to me. She might walk out of the room or something, but that's about it. She couldn't get far. You know what I mean? So anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in, and like I say, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think of the channel. If you haven't subscribed and you know, watch some of our videos, don't just, you know, subscribe because of this one, but check out our other videos and see what you think on it. And if you like them, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, comment on some things, and let us know what you think and how we can improve. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.